Hey guys, Boston, Massachusetts is checking in. I'm off. So we just went over a lot of H&R stuff today and, really the overview of the registry and what's expected of us. And basically, the expectation of customer service, which is cool. But I'm saying this to say, as far as going over H&R, signing documents, signing up for benefits, health insurance, retirement plans, unions, automatic mandatory payments that you are expected to pay out your check. And so, it's always important to find out the cost of things that you want. Yes, I want good insurance. I want good health insurance. You understand? And I want, retirement.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Adams Street.
Benefits. I want all of that. You understand what I'm saying? But, okay, the union costs $25 to get in. Okay? I can do like a
Turn right onto Adams Street.
voluntarily like subtraction of income. Like I wanted to take 10% out of my income. The health insurance would have been 25%. So now I'm already 35% in my income plus 9% that I supposedly pay.
Continue on Adams Street for 1.5 miles.
That's mandatory for me to pay. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. That's 25, that's 35, that's 42%. Remember, not including taxes, that's going to be taken out of my check. So that's like already 42% being taken out my check. So what am I getting for all of this? These deductions that people will take from me, my money that I make. You understand? For this amount. So I have to say, let me rethink this. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of information that's coming my way, and I really am not processing it, but I'm hearing it. And I'm all about better living and, lifestyle improvement. But if my check is a certain amount, and I don't even know how much my check will be after taxes, you understand how much I'm gonna gross. You understand? Because net is, I think, gross is what you make and net is what you bring home, I believe. So I don't even know how much I'm gonna net outside of my taxes, plus adding these other costs. So I don't want to spend a good $500-$600. Y'all know my frugal ass. In services that, let's be honest, I might not just use. You understand? When you're pretty healthy, you rarely use medical services, but you pay into them. And that's not even including, like, I don't think dental and vision. So I said that to say this. You need to know exactly what you're paying out of your income and your take-home pay.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Washington Street.
Wow, I know where this brought me to. That's what you really, really need to observe. Because you can end up, although you make $1,600 per week, you can end up bringing home, because every deduction is per check, you can end up bringing home a rack. So right now you didn't pay $1,200 in freaking benefits. Okay. It's very important that you know what 42% of your check will leave you with. If you take 42%, that's almost 50% of your check. So right there, I'm looking at
turn left onto Washington Street.
Almost, say I made $2,000, right? And if I'm already at 42, I'm almost at 50. So that's almost like $1,000. So I didn't pay them almost $800 in benefits and services. Is it worth it? Is $800? I gotta talk to them guys, because they said this was coming out per check. So when you look at that, that's almost like $1,600 a month. Hold up, wait a minute. 16 times 12. Y'all know how I always do shit, right? So 6 times 12 is 36. That's 3,600.
In 400 feet, turn left onto Richmond
And
Street.
12. So you didn't pay them $15,000.
Take the next left onto Richmond Street.
$15,000 out of, let's say they're going to take 5 racks off your check for taxes alone. So now you've broken down 42. 5 minus 42.
In 300 feet, turn left onto St. Gregory Street.
37.
Take the next
15.
left onto St. Gregory Street. So
automatically between taxes and benefits,
in 1,000 feet, turn left onto Gallivan Boulevard.
15 racks. Just alone. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about that? Because at the end of the day, I see money, and not including the $25. So you got 25, let's say around, give or take, probably like almost close to not including the $180 a month for union services, union fees.
Turn left onto Gallivan Boulevard.
I'm sorry about the GPS. I'm on my way home. I haven't driven in traffic in a very long time, guys. So that is what's happening. So the bottom line is, the reality is, even though I make X amount of dollars, okay, I still would be struggling if I paid into the system, spending $22,000. You have to really decide what it is that you need and what you don't need. And we all want to live the American dream, but I think you have to make the money and live within your means in order to live the American dream. You understand what I'm saying? Now, maybe when you have a couple of increases, you understand, then you can say, okay, and then I'm about to research these dental plans and medical plans, because you need to know, even though you have insurance.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Van Winkle Street.
What is your copay? What is your deductible in order for them to see you?
Take the next right onto Van Winkle Street, then turn right onto Magdala Street.
That is what Bushwick Bill was talking about. The 30 racks was no problem. But then after that, they still wanted $3,000, you know, for the deductible.
In 300 feet, turn left onto Fuller Street.
It's like pay it or die.
Take the next left onto Fuller Street.
So they're like pay it or die. So that's what's really happening out here in this world. This is how the poor stays poorer. Can you imagine giving 50% of your check each pay period? What are you making? What are you earning? Well, I'm not getting caught up into this. And the reason I'm talking about this, because there was one time I worked a job and I got their insurance, and when my hours were cut, the insurance company took their money off my check, took their money from me, regardless to my hours. So even though I wasn't making the same pay I was making when I first started that job and originally started that job and had those
Take the
hours,
next right.
they were robbing me. It got to a point where I was getting depressed. I was going into debt with a job, and that was the thing that I could not understand. And I was like, and they told me the only way that I could get out of it, I had to quit the job. Basically, I couldn't even get out of it. You understand what I'm saying? It was like I was receiving checks for $0 because the insurance company was taking their money from me. Although I wasn't making the money, it didn't matter. That little bit of money that I did earn and make, they were taking it from me. So I'm very,
Head south on Dorchester Avenue toward Bailey Street.
when it comes to these types of insurance benefits and all of that, no, I need to see, and I really need to know what I am signing up for, because it's like everybody's taking their money off
Head
the
north
top.
on Dorchester Avenue toward Ashmont Street, then turn right onto Ashmont Street.
And whatever you're left with is whatever you're left with. So that's the deal. That's why I'm very skeptical about, this whole ordeal. Okay, guys, I'm in the hood. I need to pay attention. It's a high traffic time, and I don't want to bump or get bumped. So I will talk to you guys. 1.